71% successful grant writer, Superior Shelby. I'm always here giving y'all some grant gems on how you can get free money to start a business, to start your community project, right? And to scale your business, okay? I've been doing this for 8 years. I've been through the ebbs and flows of my business. I know what it's like. I've actually financially, unfortunately went through unfortunate events in my business. So I know what it's like to get to a point to where you have an amazing idea, but you just simply need that money to put behind it, right? So in this video, I'm going to teach you about how to search and apply for grants, the different levels of grants, and then I'll leave the floor for some questions and answers. I do have some recent live streams that you guys can watch where I'm diving deep into a $2 million grant, explaining to you guys the difference between that type of grant and some low ticket grants. This live stream is kind of going to be like similar to that, right? Okay. But every live stream is different, friend, right? Because I'm always giving out some new ideas, right? So I want to be able to give you guys the ability to ask me some questions and answers, drop your business industry in your state, and then that way I can possibly help you out, all right? Maybe we can have a live grant eligibility call. So grants is free money that I love talking about because I was an entrepreneur that went through all of the ebbs and flows within my 8 years of entrepreneurship. I'm going on 9 years, friends, so I ain't new to this, I'm true to this. I used to have one of those high earning industry businesses. I was in the trucking industry, and unfortunately my truck engine blew. I got actually scammed because I thought my truck was good enough to be on the road, went into $30,000 in debt, and I used my personal credit cards to try to get, save my business. Unfortunately, my credit got shot from 720 to 540, okay? And I'm still building my personal credit, and that was years ago. We talking before the pandemic. So I applied for a grant, friend, and I was able to break even that year, not having to go into debt. I love talking about grants because there's small business owners out here that are truly, your products and services are truly needed out here. And if we don't have it, then we pretty much suffering. And then there's some amazing innovation and tech and startup ideas that you guys have that you want to do youth and children's and family development, right? Or whatever you want to do, but you just don't have the money. Grants is for you, okay? Grants serve as that purpose. So I know when we think about, okay, how can I get some money for my business? The first thing that we think about, especially as US-based businesses, is loans, lines of credit, or credit cards. For loans, lines of credit, and credit cards, you got to meet those traditional banking requirements, babe. And traditional banking requirements require you to have good personal credit. And even if we're talking a bit about business funding, they still will take a look at your personal credit because in the event that your business goes through its ebbs and flows and it cannot pay its stuff back, then you are personally liable for the business debts. So this is why they have to check things like your personal credit. And they also have to check to see if you have some type of income, aside from your business having its own cash flow too. So getting those business loans, lines of credit, and credit cards, not all Americans are set in or in position to be able to use themselves, right, as collateral for those type of opportunities. That's why we got grants. There is free money out here that the US government, that nonprofit foundations like Hello Skip and Hello Alice and the Fearless Fund, and also big Fortune 500 companies like Walmart and Amazon, they're always giving out free money to startups because we are the ones that are driving the economy, honey, but we're also the ones that are the first. Sorry. It's still ringing. Let me know if y'all can hear me. That's my computer ringing and my phone ringing. Just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me or something like that. Double tap it or something like that. But yeah, back to what I was saying. So it's free money, right? And the whole purpose is that we need to be taking advantage of these opportunities. Now, something that I don't always dive deep into here on my channel is different opportunities that you guys actually have, right? And the levels to that. So I want to go deeper into that so you can really get an understanding of what these grants is. So let me go over my grant spiel. Y'all know I got to go for the generics and then we'll dive deeper into it, okay? So grants is free money that you can get from U.S. organizations like the U.S. Treasury or the Presidential Administration at the time. We saw that with the SBA funding, PPP during the pandemic. Those were grant opportunities. Then you got U.S. Not like nonprofit organizations and foundations like Hello Alice and the Fearless Fund, right? They're always giving out free money. Those are actual federally certified nonprofit organizations. And then you got companies like Walmart, Amazon. Now, each of those particular places that you can get grants from, they all have different requirements. They all operate differently. Generically speaking, just simplifying how grants actually work, the logistics of it. What you do is you search for the grant online, you apply for the grant online, you submit the application online, and then once you submit the application, you want to give the grantors at least 30 business days after the grant deadline date to determine if you were the one selected for the opportunity. All right. A lot of these grants, especially when we're talking about those first come, first serve opportunity, more guaranteed quality grants that I'm going to dive into, those grant opportunities will actually tell you when you should expect a correspondence from the grantors, okay, via email. So they're going to let you know, email friend, hey, you were selected. How would you like your grant funded? That's exactly what they'll say. Congratulations on applying. You were selected. Would you like this in a check or would you like this direct deposited? Okay. So that's the logistics on how grants work. There's no credit checks. There's no tax return information. There's no income bank statements needed. And there's no personal information needed like your date of birth or social. This is small business grants. So what they want to know is, what is your business idea? How do you plan to use this money? And how will this grant money help you start your business and scale your business to drive impact to your customers, right? This is not a challenge because you got a good idea. Even if you are cutting grass, right? Even if you are doing lawn care services are what's needed. It's needed. It's a needed service. The reasons for why is because if we don't have lawn care service providers out here, then our houses will look crazy, which means our HOA fees will be out through the roof, right? So delegating that task to an individual who can make sure your lawn you need that individual, just like pool cleaners, just like plumbers, just like, hairstylists, right? Believe it or not, we need all of these people. We need all service providers and product, developers. If you are developing, skincare and body oils, if you're doing, hair oils, if you are helping us out with our weight loss, right? If you have weight loss supplements, different types of vitamins, right? If you are also in like I said, a delivery service where you are delivering supplies and equipment, and these are medical supplies and equipment, we need you, right? So I don't want you to be in the idea of, oh, I just have this little startup and I want to start it. No, I'm talking to the entrepreneurs. And I know that you are an entrepreneur because you've been telling yourself, deep down in yourself, you want to start a business, okay? And you've been actually executing the steps. So let's dive deeper into this. All right. Now, with grants, there's 4 ways you can get approved. Now, remember I said there's no credit checks. The 4 ways you can get approved, one way is through a pitch competition. A pitch competition is simply you either providing a video or physically being in like a front of judges, and you're explaining what your product or service is and how it drives impact and how you are, willing to sell a piece of your company or give a piece of your company with some type of investment, right? With grants, that's kind of like Shark Tank, but with grants, it works differently. You're pitching, and then they determine if your pitch is good enough, they will give you the money, okay? Nothing in return. They don't want a percentage of your company, none of that stuff, okay? So that's how the grant writing pitches work. Another way is through a random raffle or drawing. So sometimes you can apply for a grant opportunity, especially like those Amazon or FedEx grants, and you would apply, and then they just randomly pick out of the bunch. But these are monthly applications. You still need to apply, friend, in order for you to be in that raffle. The third way that you can get approved of a grant is through a first come, first serve opportunity. You guys saw that with the pandemic, PPP funding, and all the other SBA grants, right? This SBA targeted advance. Those are like, first come, first serve opportunities. As long as you apply for the opportunity and you meet the requirement, most likely it's like an economic disaster, right? Then you pretty much you can get that opportunity. And then the fourth way you can actually get a grant opportunity is simply through a judgment. And this is when they're reading the answers you put on the application. They're looking, they're going through the documents, your pitch documents and your business plans, whatever, and they're determining if you are worthy enough for the opportunity. You want to apply for all of these different types of grant opportunities because you never know when you get the chance of winning, right? Grants are no guarantees. They are not like loans, lines of credit, and credit cards. The reasons for why grants are no guarantees, friend, is because you don't have to pay these opportunities back. All you simply have to do is have your stuff together. That's it, and just apply. This is not a hard thing. Some individuals go into their mindset and go into their doubtful spirit or whatever. I don't know what that is. where it's that mindset of, oh, if it ain't guaranteed, I'm not gonna waste my time and apply for it. But your ass is applying for loans, and every loan that you apply for, you're getting some type of personal inquiry on your personal credit report, which is decreasing your chances for other types of loan opportunities in the future when you are ready for those opportunities, friend. But when we're talking about developing a company, starting a business, and also scaling your business where you are, and you just trying to make $10,000 to $30,000 a month, then grant opportunities is what's perfect for you, because it's going to give you the capital you need to move forward. And guess what? You don't have to worry about the pressures and the stresses of having to pay a loan back. My ass got to pay back a $200 and something thousand SBA loan right now. You think it's fun? Hell no, because I'm paying back this loan in addition to my $10,000 a month business bills. I have payroll and all kind of stuff. You do not want to be in this position. Apply for these grants, I'm telling you, okay? And also, these people that are giving you loans, lines of credit, and credit cards and stuff like that, they're not going to give you the execution strategy. They're not going to mastermind with you. That comes with a price, babe. They're not going to tell you, okay, once you get this money, make sure you allocate the funds here, here, and here so you can get a return on your investment in less than 6 months. They're not going to give you the execution strategy. That is what a small business development coach does. That is what a financial leader does. That is what an accountant does, right? Will strategize with you. So if you think you're going to get somebody to help you get a loan, line of credit, or credit card, and they're also supposed to give you the strategy behind that on how to make money, you are totally going in it for the wrong reasons, okay? You're not ready for those type of opportunities. Let's apply for grants. Another reason why I love applying for grants, you guys, is because these questions on these applications really get your mind to thinking about, different ways you could, or different business models that you didn't even think about. Questions like, what are your pricing schedules and strategies, right? How do you drive impact? Describe your product or service, down to describe your product or service. Some of y'all don't even know how to do that, okay? So I'm saying all of that to say, apply for these grants, okay? Now, there's 3 main websites that I use for grants. The number one website that I use for grant opportunities is grants.gov. I actually showed you guys the grants.gov website yesterday. So, yes, I'm saying this live. Montrese said, are you saying this live? I know. I'm pretty straightforward. I'm a Gemini, so I'm a very effective communicator. So everything that I say is, you're going to walk along the lines with me, okay, friends? So stick with me. Grants.gov is a free website you can register your company with, and you can apply for grants. Hold on. Stop right there, homie. Before you go and apply for grants.gov, make sure you are a seasoned business. Those are quality, upper echelon, government-funded grant opportunities. So when we're talking about the government, they definitely want to see that you have a full plan and you're already having some type of business cash flow, okay? But grants.gov is a really great website for nonprofit organizations, for seasoned businesses, especially if you two years or older, right? And you already got that flow going, friend. That's all right. Now, those are the grants that I apply for. With my crew, them high ticket, that's what we're doing over there. Now, another website that you can use is grantwatch.com, okay? Grantwatch.com is blue and white. It's a $40 a month subscription. And with this subscription, it's so easy to comprehend versus grants.gov. Grantwatch.com, you go on there, you put in your filters, your location, right? And all of the filters that are tailored towards you and your business. So what your business industry is, what type of business owner you are, if you're a woman-owned business, veteran-owned business owner, persons with disability owner, things like that, right? Once you put those filters in place, it will give you a total amount of grants that you have available for you. And then also you can just dive deeper into the grant, read the description, and apply, okay? So that's a really great search engine and a really great website to use to find grants as well. And last but not least, if this is your first time learning about grants, getting yourself acquainted with grants, understanding hearing the term grants, grants, if this is your first time getting your feet wet with grant opportunities and you want to kickstart your grant writing journey this summer, HelloSkip is the perfect platform for you to do that. I know y'all heard of HelloSkip before. HelloSkip, 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 HelloSkip. I'm going to say it all day. If you are a startup, you don't know how to apply for grants. This is your first time learning about grants. You've never applied for a grant before. You don't trust anybody right now to give anybody some money to hire a grant writer right now because you don't know what the hell you're doing. HelloSkip.com is the perfect free website For you to you could download the app too. It's a free website you can sign up with. Use my invite code Superior Shelby and apply for the grants that's inside of this app. This is a federally certified nonprofit organization that has so many different funding opportunities in it for free for us to take advantage of as startups and small business owners, entrepreneurs. Right now, I'm about to show you that they have a $10,000 grant opportunity right now, and it's due today, and it's only a 4-question application. I'm also going to dive deeper towards the end of this, and before we get in the next 15 minutes or so, I'll show you guys a more high-ticket grant so you know the difference between a $10,000 grant and the HelloSkip platform versus a government-funded $2 million grant, okay? Stick with me. Now, HelloSkip.com, HelloSkip.com. Use my invite code Superior Shelby. That's Shelby with the IE at the end. There are so many different grant opportunities inside of this platform, and it's the perfect platform for you to understand how grants work. At the beginning of this live, I explained to you guys, remember grants, you search for the grants online, you submit the grants online, you wait for the grantors at least 30 days after the deadline date. HelloSkip is so easy to read, and it's such an easy platform. If you are an individual who is not good with words, like you know what you're trying to say, but you don't know how to like professionally put them together and make sure they're polished and they're thorough, HelloSkip has artificial intelligence inside of its app that will help you with, polishing up them answers so you can increase your chances of approvals, right? HelloSkip also gives you the details of each grant opportunity. You can also apply for that opportunity either through the HelloSkip app or on the external website directly through the site itself. Instead of you stressing yourself out and paying $30 for a spreadsheet that you can barely read that got over 100 grants on it, why not use this app first? It's a free app, and get an understanding of what grants are first before you decide that you want to hire a grant writer and do all of that, okay? Grants are not a guarantee. So you can apply for all of these grants in here and not get one of them. I'm letting you know right now, but it's still worth the try. You want to know why? Put yourself in the mindset of if you had the ability to get a free scratch off for the rest of your life, every day for the rest of your life, I'm pretty sure you would take the opportunity to get that free scratch off for every day for the rest of your life. Because you never know when you get the ability to win millions of dollars for whenever, right? I know if somebody gave me the ability to get a free scratch off every day, my ass is going to the Wawa Quick Trip, whatever gas station corner store that's offering it. I'm going there every day. I don't care if I got to buy $1 coffee. Because I never know when I could get $5,000, $10,000, $100,000 a week for life. Y'all seen these scratch offs? They out of this world. The Florida scratch offs, crazy, okay? So grants is the same way. Grants ain't no different from a scratch off and a scratch off opportunity that you giving yourself. It's the same thing, right? You need to apply for these opportunities. HelloSkip is also an easy to work and navigate platform. These applications in here are like 4-question, 2-question, 1-question, 3-question, up to 10-question applications. Versus the more quality, those big grants that I've been talking about. Right? Those grant opportunities, those are going to take you some time. That can take you an hour or days. Okay? All right. So there's grants for so many different business reasons, right? You have grants for all industries have a grant available for you. I want to let you know right now. I know I'm going to get that frequently asked question. All grants, no matter what business industry you are in, no matter what stage you are in your company. Stage means no matter if you have an LLC or you don't, you can get a grant. No matter what business industry you're in, you can get a grant for it. No matter what location you are, you can get a grant. Okay, as long as you are a small business entrepreneur startup, right? And no matter what race, gender, ethnic group, or sexuality you are, you can get a small business grant to start a business and to scale. Free money, no credit checks, no paybacks, no personal information, no credit checks, no none of that stuff, okay? No, none of that stuff. You could get a grant for any simple reason, all right? So I just answered that question. If you ask me, can I get a grant for this? Can I get a grant for that? Listen, Google that shit because I'm not finna answer that question no more. I'm a boss and we finna get down to some real education. If you really wanna apply for these opportunities, HelloSkip.com, because I'm giving y'all all this gems and I've been doing this for 5 years, and if you ain't executing, you're a entrepreneur. Get out my live if you're not going to execute after I give you this information, okay? All right, let's get down to it. Okay, so HelloSkip.com, this is what it is. Okay, y'all know I don't sugarcoat or none of that stuff. I get straight down to it. HelloSkip.com. All right, this is where you can get these free grant opportunities. As you see, it says there is 20 recommended grants inside of this platform, y'all. This is a free platform. You're not paying a monthly subscription for this. There's over 20 grants inside of this platform that you can actually apply for. Grants is free money. Matter of fact, because I already know y'all finna ask me. So let's go ahead and Google it real quick. I already see the energy in here. What is a small business grant? Because I know y'all ain't Googled it. I know y'all ain't Googled it. So let me go ahead on and do it for you. A small business grant is an award, usually financial, given by one entity, typically a company, that's Amazon, Walmart, FedEx, Ford, Tesla, a foundation, Hello Skip, Hello Alice, right? The Fearless Fund, or the government, the U.S. Treasury or the presidential administration at the time. To a company to facilitate a goal. A goal could be starting a business, right? Or incentivizing performance, scaling a business. Grants are essentially gifts that usually you don't have to pay it back. This is literally the grant, the definition of what a grant is, okay? So I hope that's clear as day for y'all. All right, so boom. Now that we know what a grant is, you know that grants are essentially gifts that you don't have to pay back. An award that's usually financial. So it's a gift that you do not have to be paid back. I want to make that clear. It never said you need to have credit or none of that stuff, okay? All right, cool. Now, entities, organization, the government. This is an organization. All right, so Hello Skip gives out these opportunities. Now look at this. Let me show y'all the difference between a $10,000 grant and a $2 million grant. Okay, this Hello Skip is giving out $10,000 right now. Okay, they have a grant out, and this is called the Skip $10,000 summer grant. Okay, let's read through it. It says, start your summer right by accelerating your business with a $10,000 grant from Skip. The Skip $10,000 summer grants celebrates the commitments you have made to grow your business during the busiest times of the year. This grant is open to all entrepreneurs and small business owners in the United States, regardless of the stage or size of your business. Here's how it works. You got to be a US-based entrepreneur, babe. You have to be 18 years or older, and you have by today, really tonight, and I usually do it by like 8 p.m. Eastern time, but you have by tonight to apply for this, okay? Be the first $10,000 Skip Summer Grant finalist and will be notified, or it says for the first $10,000 Skip Summer Grant finalists will be notified by July 15th, and a winner will be announced July 30th. See, you see how this operates? So let's stop right here. Let's go through the logistics. This is how a grant works. Listen to the steps I took. I went to HelloSkip.com, I signed up and I logged in, and I saw that they had all those grants. I found the grant that looks more pleasing to me or that I'm willing to apply to right now, and I went to the details tab. I read the details, which is not too much for me to go through because it only took me literally 60 seconds to read this probably, or 2 minutes. And then after reading this, I will make the determination on if this is the best opportunity for me. Well, it says regardless of the stage or size of your company, and as long as I'm an entrepreneur and a small business owner, and as long as I'm 18 years or older in the United States, seems like it's an opportunity for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go to the application, and I'm going to go ahead and see what's required on the application. Well, the first question they asking, describe your product or service. All right, that's not hard. I can explain what I do. The second question, who are your customers and how does your business uniquely meet their needs? That's not a challenge. I can name 3 of my different types of customer and how I meet all of their needs, right? Low ticket, mid ticket, and high ticket. Okay, boom. How would you use this grant money to help your business? This is easy. Y'all know exactly how you would use this money. I would use this money to invest in supplies and equipment so I can continue to provide quality products and services. I would use some of this grant money to invest into my new event that I'm about to do, so I can educate other small business owners or entrepreneurs and startups or individuals and encourage them to get into the business industry I'm in and teach them how I make the money I make. I'm going to use this grant money to invest into new technologies and training programs so the people on my team can increase their quality of customer service, right? How would you use the grant money? I'm going to use this grant money so I can start a food truck. Cameron, I can use this $10,000 to invest into all of the licenses, certificates, and fees that I need to make sure that I can be an operational food truck. Right? What are your business goals for the summer? Well, after acquiring this $10,000 grants, we plan to, that's not a challenge. We plan to give out free haircuts to kids for back to school. We plan to donate a percentage, 10% or 20% of this grant opportunity to a local Children's and Families Foundation for back to school time. What are your business goals for the summer? Make it charitable, make it impactful, right? This is not hard. This is literally a 4-question application. This is a $10,000 grant, okay? You can visit helloskip.com. You can apply for it. Use my invite code Superior Shelby and have added a friend. There's over 20 grants every month, and there's free platform for you to be able to execute on. All right. And I understand if you don't have the time, that's why you need to be able to prioritize the time to apply for these easy to apply grants, because a quick application versus this right here, this is a big boy. This is a big dog. You know what I mean? This the big dogs right here. Okay. So this is a $2 million grant, and you don't have to have an LLC or a startup, but you have to have a really great mindset and a really great idea. All right. And this is a 4-step application. Because it's $2 million, it is a 7-month process. But you are not going to make $2 million in 7 months. Anybody who's going to make $2 million in 7 months will not be on YouTube right now. You busy. Okay? So all of us on here right now, we ain't making $2 million in 7 months unless we apply for a grant opportunity like this and we really put our faith, belief, and forth and effort into these opportunities like this. No, seriously. So the first step is to go over the basics. Now, to go over the basics, this particular grant is kind of like tech-based, but they're actually looking for a startup or an innovator someone who wants to bring something new to the table, right, in their business industry. Now, let me break this down, okay? This grant opportunity, these last couple of days, actually last 2 weeks, I've given you some really great examples on how you can bring some tech innovation to your business industry. One person I gave a really great example to was, I think they were into a catering company. I said, well, maybe you can kind of be like the Zillow app for the catering businesses, right? Especially if you're based in one of those southern states. So you can develop an app if you are into the food and beverage industry. In this app, say, for example, somebody's having an event. Well, I can search for somebody on this app that you are going to create, and I can take a look at their profile, what type of foods that they specialize in, and I can determine if I want to hire them or not, judging by the ratings as well. But this is an app that has not been created yet. And then also the same app that this idea I'm giving you guys, it can be integrated with DoorDash or Uber Eats, right? Which allows you to commercialize it. So when this is a tech idea in the food and beverage industry that you can bring something new to the table that's going to make you a multi-millionaire. Yes, you can go with the traditional business models that's in your business industry, but you still want to differentiate your company. Like, you want to be different. And that's what these grantors are looking for. What's going to make you different? This $2 million grant is going to push you to think. It's going to push you to literally bring something new to the table. You got to be ready for these type of grants, babe. And if you ain't ready for this type of $2 million opportunity, then visit Hello Skip, love. Come over here and apply for these free money opportunities. It's too much money out here for real, for free, for us to really be complaining for real. I'm so serious. I'm like so serious. So look, if you feel like this $2 million grant is a little bit too much, it might be a little bit too hectic for you. It's a 4-step application, Shelby. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, Hello Skip. All right, babe, because this is going to help you develop for you to get to this point. All right, for all my ones that y'all been rocking with me for all these weeks and years, and since the beginning of this year, y'all already know we at this point right here, these $2 million grants, and I'm looking for the perfect candidate to actually help them get this opportunity. Right? I want to get someone $1 million in a grant, and this is the grant I'm talking about. I want to go so hard for one of y'all here on this live. I want to help one of y'all get this $2 million grant. No cap. I've applied for it myself, of course, and I want to make this very clear. Let's go over like the basics about this grant opportunity. Okay. This grant, they give out this grant to 400 startups every year in different quarters. Okay. It says we help startups navigate the earliest stages of technology translation, investing roughly $200 million annually in approximately 400 startups. Each startup can receive up to $2 million in support to support translational research and development, from advanced manufacturing to AI to biotech to environmental technologies. We fund nearly all areas of technology, down to softwares and systems, no matter what it is. I don't care what business industry you are into. We are a tech-based world. We are literally going that route, down to the, I don't care if you are literally selling like clothes or whatever. The system that you use to check people out, somebody had to create that system because they ass was tired of manually, you know what I mean, manually, or that the old school registers, right? Somebody had to create that. Somebody had to create that. So let me also give you an example of how, because I don't want y'all to be spooked, okay? So this, I'm letting you know right now, this is something that's crazy, and this is what they're looking for. Look, it says right here, what we're looking for. Someone who's going to bring impact, something different, revolutionize your industry. What's your industry, friend? I want y'all to drop your industry right now. Tell me what your industry is right now and what your business does. Tell me what your startup industry is. What industry are you into? What do your business do? And let me help you with a tech innovation or a tech idea that will qualify you for this $2 million grant. Drop your business industry right now and what your business does, and I will help you develop a tech innovation idea for you to qualify for this this free money that ain't checking your credit. These folks don't want to know where you stay at. You don't have to give. Come on, this free money. I'm here to help you, friend. It's free information, free help right now. Why won't you take advantage of it? All right, so we got crafting and designs. With crafting and designs, hey, Anetta, thanks for joining, friend. All right, so boom. They're looking for something. Let me go over this one more time. Tech innovation market pool, which means is it scalable? Can you make this commercial? Can you commercialize this, right? Okay, boom. So we got crafting and designs. Crafting and designs, right? A tech innovation or a tech idea for that particular industry would have been creating that whole 3D virtual thing, right? Where a person can literally use their phone and record their entire room, right? And then they can also place, sofas or whatever the case may be that they want to or that they're interested in. Now, what you can do is you can have that inside of your app and your software, but also you can bring in something new to it. Maybe bring in some type of ratings, right? Maybe add in some type of different color palettes, right? Because what I also notice about those type of apps, when we're talking about creative designs for interior decorating or even exterior, those apps don't really give you the ability to say like, if these colors actually do matter. Like, I'm a person, I know how to like buy quality pieces and quality things. However, like, as far as in putting it together, that's not me. But if I had an app that'll tell me, hey, we like just judging by, maybe we go through like a 7-step questionnaire, judging by what my favorite colors and stuff are. Then we take pictures of my room, and then this app chooses different types of furniture that will do good. And then it'll have different color palettes, and it'll say, okay, boom. And an app literally puts together the whole entire house for you, right? Because I've never seen that done yet. You can do that, right? Then on top of that, in addition to having all of that in this one app, you can also add on the consultations too, right? So allowing people to, all right, look, I don't know, maybe the artificial intelligence that, the bot that actually put together the color palette and all that stuff. Well, maybe I might need to talk to somebody because I don't know. Right? I need to talk to a real person. And then boom, it'd be a whole nother woman on the other end, like, girl, that's nice. You got a nice house over there. Heck yeah, you better put them colors together. That's why we built the system. And the system is built off of the business owner's, her skills. And obviously for an individual who's going to be on your app, they have to love your type of style, right? Like Sophia, I forgot her name. Sophia, I forgot. I can't say her last name for nothing right now. But she made sofas and stuff. I love her couches and stuff. Cindy Crawford, So, but we like their designs. And you would go to the app and you would just like, so you could do something like that. Let me see another one. We got employment agency. I think I did that one yesterday. Hey, Latrice, thanks for joining in. All right, so employment agencies. So with an employment agency, one thing that I noticed is that it's a challenge on both ends, right? Sometimes it's a challenge to find the jobs for the individuals, right? That have, and then it's also hard to find the individuals who have the skills for the job too. So what maybe you can do is you can create some type of flow or software that will be much better than Indeed, right? That will be more thorough, but not require so much. Be different from Indeed. Because we know with Indeed, I mean, they can have all this AI inside of it as well, but we don't really too much be fond of doing all of these, asking all these questions, these questionnaires on the back end, none of that stuff. So maybe you can do something where it's like, they could book a free one-on-one call, right? And this is like a recorded type of conversation. You make sure they show up for for their actual recorded interview. You would use that recorded interview to help them, or develop their type of profile on your app or on your software. And then when they develop their profile, then that profile could be used to connect them with the actual job, right? And then the job provider, or the person who's looking for the job, or looking for the person for the job, they go on your app or on your software and they'll go through the profile and they get to actually look at like the video recording. I noticed Indeed don't have that. At least maybe the paid version do, but I don't see that on Indeed. That makes it so much easier, because then it's like you could just judge the character just by like the video versus like going through all of these different applications, or allowing the AI to go through all these applications, right? You just kind of like pick your person just going through different videos. Right, so sometimes that's a little bit more pleasing and much easier. Especially, I know I used to interview people, so that would have been way easier for me, just choosing the person for that particular job, right? Another thing that you can think about is how to develop an employment agency. What are the steps that you have to take to actually get to where you are? Can you develop some type of training program or software that you can certify individuals to be in an employment agency to make this go much smoother, easier, and then they can make their first, let's say, $20,000 within the first 60 days, right? So maybe you can create a training program for that as well, right? All right, so no, I'm not naming them all. I'm just giving y'all a great example. I'm gonna choose one more in here. Let me see what's a good one. Event planning. I did that one at one time. Love that idea. Of course. AI automation. So AI automation, honestly, that's you could apply for this. That's easy. So if you have a spa, if you are in the beauty industry, if you are into barbering, one example that I did give is, before you guys actually get to doing what you're doing, whether it's lash estheticians, massages, whatever it is, before you guys get into that, what you guys have to get licensed, right? You have to go through a special type of training. Well, the example that I gave is that maybe you can create, especially if you're in cosmetology school, you can create a mannequin. If you're doing nails, you can create the nail mannequin. That is a time base. It might have the timer right here, right? You can create the face mannequin just if you're only just doing the face, and you can create a face, and on the neck part, it'll have the timer. What this will do is this timer, once you start doing the lashes and doing the hair and the roller set, or you start, doing the nails, it'll start timing you. And then what you can do is you can plug this information into like some type of software, right? So you'll create the actual product, right? The actual mannequin itself that will be timed. This time will be uploaded, as well as the skills. So whatever you're doing, whether you're doing gel nails, roller set, or you're doing like, wispy lashes, whatever that particular style is, it also gets uploaded to this software. That way it's easier to keep track of like the hours and the styles, and you won't have to go through that manipulation of your teacher not being fond of you and, kind of playing along with your hours. And I know that because unfortunately, I have a sister that she went through cosmetology school, and that happened to her where her teacher didn't like her. And she had to just like pay an extra couple $100s to finish her hours when really she was done with her hours, right? So this helps with all that, especially when cosmetology school, with all that checking hours and, manually putting it in and all of that stuff, like having the mannequin to clock everything for you just makes the whole entire process smoother, and it just makes it more effective and efficient. You can commercialize that type of idea, or, that just by simply having it in all beauty schools, right? So that's something new that you're bringing to your industry. Instead of you only going with your traditional business model, which is like, just setting up and open up your spa and doing this and doing that. Like, that's Obviously, that's a traditional business model for your business industry, right? But what new are you bringing to the table? When you are physically touching these people's faces, when you are physically doing these people's hair, when you are washing hair, right? Can you create something when you washing hair or when you washing their hair? Can you create something that will make this entire process like increase the quality of the product or service, right? That's the mindset that you got to be in when we're talking about applying for this $2 million grant. Okay. All right. So I hope that was a good idea. I hope that was, that's for if you in the business industry, things like that. Bring something new to the table. Another one I had was childcare. And I also gave a great example for if you wanted to get into like medical courier services. Well, a lot of people wanted to get into like medical courier services, get an assisted living facility, a home health aid, things like that. Well, one idea is, especially if you're transporting individuals, persons with disabilities and veterans, you can partner up with Mercedes-Benz and do a luxury like all-in-one Sprinter van for, persons with disabilities and seniors. Luxury. You ain't got to be Mercedes-Benz. You can do this with Cadillac. Because one thing about old folks, they going to buy them a Cadillac. Okay? So you can partner up with Cadillac and think about this. This will be like, let's say a 14-seater, right? Captain seats, individual seats, right? And then also it'll be what will bring the tech is that each row or seat or whatever on the side will have its own oxygen tank, right? And think of this in a set of like airbags, right? So if there was an example or if there was a situation that happened, like, this can automatically come out, the oxygen tank will automatically come out. Same thing like if you are in on an airplane and if some shit happens, that oxygen mask is gonna drop. That's what you can have, an oxygen tank on the side. And also you will have a smart lock box. And this smart medical lock box that is thumbprint or 4-digit code related in order for you to get in there. It has all of the emergency medicines in there. Everything. Everything from those pens, those EpiPens, all the way down to morphine. Like everything, all of what you need is in there. Saline bags, everything, like fully equipped, damn near like what is it? One of those medical, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. One of those ambulance. Right, exactly. So with that being said, but this is a luxury van and then riding in style. And then also, it has everything. It's fully equipped, right? That way you don't have to worry about, we got to wait on the ambulance. We could just go straight to where we need to go because we already equipped. Okay, we got the whole thing ready to go. You could create an actual van for that. That's a tech idea. $2 million. Yes, that's going to take $2 million even just to do the prototype. Okay, so that makes sense. Another one, right? Another one in that industry is you can create, I'll give you guys another emergency, like an emergency med kit, exactly. But let's say it's voice automated, or you have to, put in a certain type of code, like digit, because it's going to be locked, right? Because it's in a car, it's in a moving vehicle, right? So bringing something new to your business industry. Just because you are in a generic business industry in your mind doesn't mean you can't bring something new to the table. That's how you become a millionaire, babe. You ain't gonna become a big dog, a top 5 or top 10 or big dog in your industry in your local area if you're not bringing something new to the table. Is what I'm saying. Even if you're doing children and families development, right? Create some type of actual training program that is very relatable to all races, and genders and ethnic groups and stuff. Create something that is interactive for families, right? Or some type of game that you can put on an app that that will be interactive for families, but also teaches the morals and characteristics of individuals, or how to be better citizens, right? How to be better people. So their education, training programs, softwares and systems, apps, those are tech ideas, as well as creating things like remotes and laptops and stuff, right? All of these are tech ideas, but we are a tech-based world now. So what makes you think you can't create something new, right? You could do this. You could do this, friend. Of course, of course. So do I have any questions? I want to open up the floor for some questions. This is the last like couple of minutes here of the live. We went over some really good stuff. I educate you guys on what a grant is, the different ways you can, search and apply for grants. I gave you some really great gems in this video. Okay, so drop your questions if you have any. Anetta says, I want to start a business transporting people to the hospital in our area. They come from 50 plus miles just to take them. Absolutely. So apply for grants, right? Grants will give you that money that you need to get the ball rolling, okay? Dee Dee says, good morning. I signed up to schedule the strategy session. What is the time? Thank you. Of course, let's do it, Dee Dee. My assistant, she should email you. Gabby at expandmywallet.com. Look out for email. She's actually going to manually schedule you, okay? So just look out for that. And so especially as soon as I get off this live, I'll double check and make sure you're good to go. I had a couple of people last night. You guys booked these one-on-one consultations with me. I love it so much, and I love the fact that I'm getting to meet y'all one-on-one, okay? If you want to have a one-on-one consultation with me, like a grant eligibility call and a reassurance call to get you to understand, like, if this really is the thing that you need to get into, book a $47 call with me. It is, the link is in the description of this video. It's only $47, it's 45 minutes, and it's super worth it, okay? Yeah, Gabby at expandmywallet.com. That is my email, that is my assistant's email. All right, but if you want to book a one-on-one consultation with me, the link is in the description, okay? Don't email Gabby saying, hey, how do I get in touch with Shelby? Crystal, I'm literally telling you, tap on the link that's in the description, or just simply go to my community post here on YouTube. If you don't know how to work YouTube and navigate YouTube, YouTube has different parts to it. You have a community post. You can go directly to somebody's channel and go over in the tabs and click on community posts, and you can actually book a consultation using one of those links. If you're on your phone, you can also kind of drop down the title and you'll see the description as well. You can book a consultation there too. It's 47 bucks. We hop on a call and I'll give you all the grant gems you're looking for, right? Even if you don't know what to look for, okay? If you are stuck and you feel like, I'm just trying to figure out what's the next move I need to make. I got a good idea, but I need to know what the next move to make. This is the next move you need to make, because your ass ain't got no money. Okay, you don't have no money to move forward, friends. So this is free money that you can use to literally move forward, right? And also, if you just need help on how to make money in your industry, right? I had an amazing phone call the other day, or Zoom call, with one of you guys that was on here on live, and he's a startup. He's just getting out of the 9-to-5, you know, that whole entire thing. He's like, I'm tired. He want to start washing cars. I literally gave him 3 apps that he could sign up with, and he could start making money today. I hope he makes $1,000. I pray that he makes $1,000 by the end of this week. I gave him literally how he can make $1,000 by the end of this week, at least. You know, so these one-on-one strategy calls are really worth it, because they're what they are. They're strategy calls. So I give you execution steps. It's all up to you to execute them though, friend, okay? I'm not targeting the wantrepreneurs. I'm talking to entrepreneurs here, okay? E is for execution, babe. All right, any last questions regarding grants, things like that? Can you circle back on the grants you covered? No, you can rewatch this whole video. I didn't go over any grants. I just went over Hello Skip and what's the purpose? Like what? Like literally what? I just want to know what's the purpose. I can go over the grants, but it's like I'm going over the grants, and then what? Like, are you going to apply for them while I'm going over them? Like, you know what I mean? We got to make this make sense. I don't want to re-say what I know you don't like saying what you already said all over again. I know you don't like repeating yourself. Yeah, come on, friend. Like, no. All right, I only went over Hello Skip and the NSF, you know, American Seed Fund, the $2 million grant. Like I said, you got to have a pitch and all of that good stuff to put together. I actually have more than enough live streams diving deep into that particular opportunity, seriously. And I also have I want to touch anything. She said, no, I won't touch anything until I talk to you. You can't be like that. Like, literally, you need to explore. How you gonna be an entrepreneur, but you waiting on somebody else to give you some execution steps? Stay your ass, go clock in. Go clock in. Because that's exactly what you keeping yourself in that mindset. I'm not going to touch anything until you tell me. No, friend, like, go visit helloskip.com. Download the app right now. I literally told you. Download the app, helloskip.com. All right? You download the app. It's free. Sign yourself up and go apply for these grants in here. Do it yourself. Give yourself a try, because guess what? If you pay me thousands of dollars to apply for a grant for you and I don't get you approved for any grants, because I can't guarantee. I got a 71% successful grant writing rate. Yes, I do. I'm very proud of it. And it took me years to get that, but I still can't guarantee. But if you hire a grant writer and you don't understand how grants work, right, yourself, and then you don't get approved for any of the grants your grant writer applied for you, then you're going to feel like it's a scam and you got manipulated out of your money. When really, honey, you just didn't comprehend and understand how this works. So this is why I'm telling you, visit HelloSkip.com. If this is your first time learning about grants, getting your feet wet about, with grants and just getting started, HelloSkip.com is the perfect platform for you guys to download that app and to understand how grants work. You search for the grant online, you apply for the grant online, you submit the application online, you wait for the grantors to correspond to you via email. It's all online, baby. It's all online, okay? HelloSkip.com. So let me show y'all. This is the actual website. All right, you can use my invite code and you can come in here and apply to all of these grants that serve in your favor, okay? If this is your first time, this is the perfect app for you guys to get started with grant opportunities. But when I'm talking about these big $1 million grants, the big $2 million grant I just went over, like, you're not ready for that. Respectfully though, but you're not ready for that. All right, but for the ones like you ready for, you a seasoned business, you've been doing this, you probably got a couple loans like I did, things like that, like you ready for the grants, then yeah, high ticket quality grant opportunities is what's for you, okay? Yeah, I don't want y'all to feel like y'all got manipulated, y'all got finessed, y'all got scammed, none of that stuff, because this is how you prevent those things, just by actually acting on it. You know how people be on Instagram and they'll be like, oh, you can apply, you can go to KeyBank and get a business loan or whatever. But y'all physically have to go do it yourself and get that experience so you can be like, oh, nah, that was some bullshit. You know what I mean? Because you can't call it. You can't call it if you ain't really executing or you don't have understanding of how this works, Same thing with credit. How you know somebody finessing you with credit if you don't even know the 3 credit reporting agencies and the additional secondary agencies, right? Same thing with when you hiring somebody to do your hair or whatever the case may be. Like, it's a process. Give yourself the grace and the chance of doing it yourself first before you delegate that, right? Before you delegate that task is what I'm saying. Okay. Any last questions before we get out of here? I don't want to keep up y'all time on this beautiful day. Book a one-on-one consultation. How I purchase a consultation. How do I schedule a date and time to meet with you? Hey, friend. Okay, perfect. I'm going to directly email you. Okay, all of my good. If y'all book, let me see. Let me shout y'all out. Let me shout y'all out who literally just purchased a one-on-one consultation with me, because y'all not playing. Y'all really want the clarity and reassurance that you deserve, friend, deep down. So let me shout y'all out, because y'all listen. I love the person who executes. I love that. Shout out to, let me see, is this Eugene? Shout out to Eugene. Shout out to you for booking a one-on-one consultation with me. I'm actually going to email you. Just give me a moment. Shout out to our friend, Shalonda Brown. Shout out to you, friend, for booking a one-on-one consultation with me. I'm so excited to meet y'all. Shout out to, who else purchased last night? Y'all are not playing. Shout out to, okay, Demetria. Demetria purchased yesterday. Shout out to you, friend. That's Didi. Didi is currently joining us. Shout out to you, Didi. I'm actually seeing you email you. I think I emailed you yesterday. So check your email from Shelby@expandmywallet.com. I know I sent out some emails yesterday. Shout out to, who else? Shout out to Elena. Shout out to Elena for booking a one-on-one consultation with me, okay? If you want to have a one-on-one consultation, learn about these grants, learn about free money, get a strategy, literally get an execution strategy that you can walk along and start making some money today, some extra income today. It's summer 2024. I know y'all want to hang out and have a good time, okay? Barbecues is not barbecuing because ribs is expensive. So if you got to bring in that extra income, then let me give you that strategy. All right? I feel like I've dropped enough gems in here. I feel like I've done enough. I've showed you guys enough that I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm talking about here. You know what I mean? So shout out to y'all for booking a one-on-one consultation. I love you guys so much, okay? Do you have any dough suggestions? What? I don't know what you're talking about. I purchased a consultation. Okay, hello. Hey, what's up, everybody? All right, so we're going to get up out of here. I'll see you guys later, okay? Make sure you click the links in the description. If you have any questions, we can always have a one-on-one call. I love you guys so much. I'll probably be on here maybe tomorrow. I enjoy talking with you guys and learning more about your business industries. Okay, so I have some consultations. People didn't pay. So I'll see y'all soon. Share, like, and subscribe. I'll see y'all tomorrow, okay? Peace.